Hello there, 2-Minute Mover. So good to have you here with us, isn't it? I'm Lizzie Williamson, and I am sitting next to the very, very divine woman who you have probably seen on television presenting, up on stage. She's this incredible inspirational speaker. She's a champion for women with her company QueenHood. You've probably even seen her at a place that most of us just go to in our dreams, competing in the Olympic Games. And also she is a mum of 4 beautiful kitties, one of them who we're lucky enough to join with us today. This is Elka Whalan. Thank you for having me over.
Hello ladies, and men as well if you're watching.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for having me here.
Oh, thanks. Thanks for letting Avita join. We're just at that 2-minute move stage of just on the go all the time, just turning on.
Yeah, well, I love that. I mean, these are the ones really show us, don't they, how much our bodies want to move. And then as we get older, you find, we get more sedentary, but you just can look at a little girl like this, a little kid, and they just want to move their bodies
all the time, don't they? And it makes you realize you've got to be active, you've got to move, you've got to keep going. They always want to discover and explore. And when do we lose that? At some point we think, I just need to sit, or I just need to rest. It's like, no, just keep going, be on the go. And then, as you know as well, and everyone, when you move, you release endorphins and you feel amazing.
I know, but yet it is something that so many of us really struggle to make this sustainable, positive part of our day, even though that we know it makes us feel good, we know it's something we need to be doing, we should be doing. So I'm really interested in talking to you, Elka, who you're here living this very full, busy life, and I want to know what exercise, how it plays a part in this life, and what you love about it, what you perhaps struggle with about it, if it's helped you at some point in your life. And then at the end, we're going to do a 2-minute move together.
Love it.
Yeah,
that's what I'm hanging for.
Want to do a 2-minute move together?
I think she's ready to riddle on the floor.
And I think having a video is going to be our total excuse buster that, it doesn't even matter if you have your kids running around, the baby in your arms. There's no reason that you can't be moving. Isn't that true? Yes, yes. So, Elka, tell us what you love about exercise or just actively moving your body.
Well, I think when you hear the word addiction, you kind of put it with a negative connotation, but if there's anything that I really am addicted to, it is my family, my children, my husband, and exercise. I know how it makes me feel when I work out. And it honestly was, Lizzie, through reading your book, I had this mentality of, I've got to fit in that 45-minute Pilates class, I've got to do that hour run, I've got to finish this course. I'm like, no, I don't. If I've actually only got 2 minutes or 10 minutes or 20 minutes, make the most of what I've got. And I feel such a difference when I'm exercising. So I'm flexible with what kind of exercise I do, but I am regimented in exercising every day. And I am the first to say I do exercise every day. You see those women, they're like, oh, I don't do anything. And I'm like, yes, you do. I just saw you do a hard workout. I do exercise, and I try to do it either really super early in the morning or super late at night once I've had time with the kids and the hubby. And then anytime I can during the day as well. When no one's here and I want to do some push-ups or some sit-ups, then I'll go and I'll do a workout.
Yeah, love that.
Yeah,
love that.
It's trying to fit it all in. So for me, what comes naturally is swimming. So I try to do that 3 times a week, and I actually do that because when I swim, I don't need to think. I'm actually doing it for mentality for me, just to breathe and have that moment, and I can let out. Whoa, you have a lot to say. Say goodbye. I'm going to put you on the floor just for a minute. You can have a little crawl around. When I swim, it's silence. So I get to just think about the day. If I need to scream, I can scream under the water because no one can hear.
Oh, really? You do that?
Every now and then when I just need a moment of, but I feel so much better for it. And then you also want to make the most of the time that you have if you are driving somewhere to and from in the car. So I put on a great podcast, so I'm like, let's work my mind and my body. And recently what I've been doing is doing what I call cardio catch-ups.
Oh yeah?
So on Monday nights, I catch up with a different girlfriend each week, and we meet, and whether we do Centennial Park or Botanical Gardens or down the northern beaches, and we walk and talk. So instead of going, let's meet up for dinner and let's spend, X amount of dollars or drink wine or have coffee, let's meet on a Monday night after we put the children to bed. And let's talk about life, but exercise not only our mouths, but our bodies as well.
Oh, how good is that? That is such a brilliant idea. And just quickly before I go on to the next question, but what's the feeling like for you when you are moving your body through the water in a way that's obviously so familiar to you, and it's just must be so loaded with so many emotions and feelings? What does it feel like for you?
Well, I'm never thinking about the past. Like, you know, every now and then I must admit, if somebody's keeping up with me in the next lane and it bugs me, then I just kind of shift into second gear. That said, shift into second gear for everybody, in case you're wondering. But it's something that comes naturally to me. And I say to everyone, every man and every woman, that there is a gift and a talent that everybody has. Hers is finding her voice at the moment, Avita's. And you don't need to think about it. And for me, when I swim, I just don't need to think. And it feels therapeutic and it feels peaceful and amazing. And a little secret, which everyone will find out now, and my mum knows, whenever I'm having a bad moment or a tough moment, and I've got to admit, I've had a really heavy month. I'm getting quite teary just now even thinking about it. It's been a very heavy month. It hasn't been the February that I've wanted it to be for lots of different reasons. And I found myself down at the pool a lot more. So often when I need that moment, I will go sit down by an ocean or sit down at a pool or a beach and look out into the water. That's my peace. And then I go for a swim. Yeah. Oh my goodness, she's never this vocal.
Oh, she's just having a chat to me. And she's like, Mum's on camera. I want to be on camera too. Yeah. So you've had a bit of a tough
month, just in terms of, you know, it's always people related. It's people that have who are unfortunately unwell, people who are sick, relationship breakdowns, and it's emotional, and it takes it out of you, and you want to be there for them, and it also affects you, and you then want to be present with your family. And it's never things like the whiteboard I've got behind of what our children have on each afternoon, and the date night I have with my husband. That's life, and that's people. And so it's teaching me to be, I guess, more resilient and more adaptable, and understanding that everything isn't, this is happening at this time and this is happening. You go, okay, what do I need to shift here, or what do I need to let go here? And you just have to reprioritize a few things.
So what is it exactly, do you think, about exercise and doing something for you in these times that we all have in our lives, where things get a bit tough, they're not going the way we want it to be? And I hear from people every day, really. It certainly was my story, how exercise can save your life in a way, and certainly enhance it and just help you cope a bit better. So what is it that you think with you that exercise has really helped in this moment and other moments throughout your life where you've just kind of been having a tough time?
Absolutely. I know that when you exercise, and it's one of the biggest things they say to people who are diagnosed with depression, to other people who are really having a hard time, or they're just sitting there and they're flicking through the magazine, or they're watching the TV thinking, or they're scrolling through social media, which is just not good for so many women. Just start simply and go out for a walk. And I know that when I exercise, and I box a couple of times a week, I do Pilates, I run. One of my things I will say is I will do exercise with anyone except running. I don't know about you, I can't run with someone.
I love running with someone.
Oh yeah, well see, we're never going to run together, but we're okay with that. I need to run with a Walkman on, or listening to my iPhone, because I don't want to listen to how heavy I'm breathing. But when I run, I'm thinking, I'm churning through the day, I'm processing, working out what went well, what didn't. And it sounds complicated, but it's not. It's just my time. And what I love about exercising, whether it be great moments or not, is it's consistent. I feel amazing. I am a better mom, a better wife, and a better friend for it, because I've had that block of time. But I remember my coach saying to me at the Olympics that look at your body like a car. You want the top car, and you want to put the top fuel in it. Not ethanol, not E10, not dirty unleaded. You want the top fuel you put in. So I kind of think, it'll show on your outside, your skin, like I was saying to you today, how amazing and fresh you look, but also your insides. And the bottom line is, we have 4 beautiful children, and so many women watching this have incredible children as well, and people they care for. And I want to stay around to be part of their legacy. I want to be alive as long as I can, and encourage them and show them that exercise is so important. in a world now where it's just, you know, phones and screen time is just becoming more prevalent, and exercise makes me feel amazing.
Yeah, I love that idea of, you know, we're spending so much time on our phones. We're in this idea that not only do we become more connected to ourselves, like you were saying when you were running, it's like, okay, I'm going to work through this stuff, and just that connection back to what really matters, you know, but also that connection with each other. I think when we can move together as parents with our kids, and that idea of reconnecting in that way, I think is incredibly powerful.
And it's similar as well when people need to talk, or you need to have a meeting, or there's something serious. I always think it's better just to go out and walk, get out of the house and go for a walk. And who doesn't agree with me right now that when you go for a walk, a swim, a run, you play tennis, you do Pilates, whatever your jam is, which is amazing for you. Hi Schnooks. The most important thing is I always find when you come back, you've got perspective and you've got clarity, and that is my biggest thing while I exercise. After I exercise, I'm just clear and I have really great clarity.
Yeah. So the struggles then, the excuses, the things that I certainly tell myself, I don't know if you tell yourself as well, the things that stop you. You certainly sound like someone who now just has it in your day, in your life, no matter what. You know how it makes you feel, you know how important it is for not only you, but for your family, and to be around, and to be, you know, have the energy that you want to have. So perhaps it's not something that, that you struggle with, and if it's not, then why do you think so many of us do?
A great question. And if you had asked me, you know, 12 months ago, I just had this little one and I was 23 kilos heavier. Yeah, I hit 90 kilos, and I knew in myself that I had to prioritize, and for me that was, I really wanted to breastfeed, and I'm a person that when I breastfeed and I exercise, I lose all my milk, and I thought, no, like, the exercise can wait. So in my head I thought, you know, she's so precious, I've only got kind of a year where I can breastfeed her and enjoy her, and then I'm really going to get stuck into it. So there was certainly times around that 8 or 9 month where, you know, the weight drops off, but you're not toned, and I just wasn't feeling the Elka that I normally would. And then my husband and I went away to Italy, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to enjoy myself. And I ate all the focaccia. I'm surprised there's any gelato left and any good red Chianti wine. But in my head, without telling anyone, I made a decision that when I came back last October, it was go time. So I just switched something on. So the struggle is definitely there. And for anybody watching this now and thinking that, you will find a time and a moment where it is the right time to start for you. And it doesn't need to be the 1st of January, and it doesn't need to be on a Monday because it's the start of the week. It can be right this second, or it can be Thursday at 12 o'clock where you just go, I'm just going to start making small changes to my day, and just finding those first 2 minutes that you can do. And enjoy feeling sore the first couple of days afterwards, because it shows that your muscles are working.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, speaking of muscles working,
yes,
I reckon we should get our muscles working.
I know,
so yours have been working the whole way through. When I first, I spoke at Elka's QueenHood Bust a Move event. And what happened was I was doing some, you know, here's what you can do, this sort of moves when you're brushing your teeth. Elka put some music on, and I looked over, and there is this woman who's just radiating joy as she was just dancing. She's like, I'm just going to turn these moves into a dance off. And that is what I love about you, and also about exercise. This idea that we have sometimes that exercise has to be this chore, this punishment, this kind of regimented way. Whereas what our bodies want is for us to move, and they really don't care how we do it. Yeah. And that idea that we can do something that brings us joy and happiness, we can do it with our children if we have them, or our flatmate or husband or whoever, or maybe it's just something we do on our own. It's some way that brings joy, and it's free. You don't need hardly any time. You don't need to leave the house. You don't need to feel like you have to get in your activewear. You don't need to be fit. You know, all these excuses you have, I feel are going to get really busted when we do this next 2 minute move.
And I've got to preface that with Paul Lizzie. I was like, thank you, thank you. We're just doing 2 minutes because that's why Lizzie is so amazing, and that's her incredible book. For those of you that don't have it, it's amazing. It doesn't only have exercise in it as well, but it's got all her great recipes in it as well, some awesome smoothies. But we were having so much fun, weren't we? The 2 minutes was up and I looked at you and I was like, keep going.
Yeah, keep going.
So then we ended up doing 4 or 5 minutes. I'm like, this is totally against her 2-minute moves, but we just, you know, there are nearly 100 women dancing. When you get women together dancing and exercising, something incredible happens.
It really, really does. You know, it's this feeling of freedom. So often, I think particularly as mums, we feel like we sort of have to kind of tuck in a little bit and act a certain way and be, you know, be this certain person. And just to dance just reminds you of your inner child, that feeling of just being free.
Yes, exactly like this one right now.
So as I'm getting some tunes on,
yes,
with all this talk about nurturing your body, giving back to yourself, what's going on at the moment with you that's lighting you up in your work that you know that you want to be really switched on for and strong for and have your endurance and everything? What's fabulous?
Well, for all those that know, this little cheeky monkey just turned 1 and she's on the go. So anyone who's in the toddler stage, that takes up lots of energy and lots of time, and I'm looking forward to that. And my first QueenHood event this Wednesday coming on, which is exciting, and there is nothing more that excites me than getting women together. At the end of the day, that is joy for me in so many areas.
Yeah, it's going to be wonderful. And we're also doing an event together with North Shore Mums, and I'll post that on International Women's Day, so that's going to be fun. But right now we're going to dance.
All right, let's go.
So I'm going to take you through a couple of moves.
Okay.
And the reason I'm going to do these moves like this is because I want to show you how you can actually still get a bit of a workout in.
All right.
Yeah?
So you're going to do it with us?
Yeah. So what you're going to do is squat and lift. Yeah. Squat. Now, if you had a spare hand, you would punch it on up in the air. Yeah. So
I love a challenge.
But I'm just going to lift this up a little bit because I don't want to knock off your head there.
Or
that's better.
If you've got a 7 or 8 kilo baby, I'm not sure how much she weighs now.
Lift, yeah. So this idea of fist pumping the air, I totally love. Yeah, when you're dancing. Now we do it faster. I'll do the fist pumping for you.
Okay. And this is like my little human weight.
Oh no, I'm not sure about that. You can just do some little pulses down there. Yeah. That's all right. Okay, now you're going to go wide and just here and just do a little hip up to one side.
Oh,
yeah. So this is going to work your inner thigh.
Yeah,
and you don't have a baby in your hand, you could also kind of do this sort of thing. Yeah, abductors, and lift your hip up like you're giving someone a little donk on the dance floor.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you okay back there now?
A bit of husband moves for later on tonight, eh?
Now you're going to bring one leg up and then take it out. In and up. That's it. Draw it in, take it back. Yeah, you got it a bit faster now?
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah, and the idea here, you got a little switch on of your tummy muscles to bring that knee up. Let's go slow the other side. Draw it up, take it back, in and back. Yeah, and in and back a bit faster. Woo! Can we do this every day together, please? All right, let's go for our little squat and hip. Yeah.
Yes, I hope everyone is watching this is doing this.
Oh yeah.
And we all look amazingly crazy and beautiful together.
Down with that hip, lift that hip right up. Yeah, okay, ready? We're going to do our knee up over here.
Yep.
Knee up and down.
Woo!
Yeah. So you can just fully move your arms here. You can hold on to your baby. Let's go to the other side.
I was about to say, it's too early for a bottle of wine to everyone to be holding a bottle of wine.
Holding wine. And there you go. I mean, that is so great. Just have a little dance off. And you can see how when you're dancing, you can squat. You can do a bit of a knee raise. Squat, lift on up. Come down, bring your inner thighs. A bit of free dancing here. So yes, I hope this has really inspired you to get up and move throughout your day, because it's obvious how much of an impact that it makes to the way that you feel.
Absolutely, you can feel your heart racing.
Yeah.
You feel good, your smiles are wider. And if anyone hasn't got Lizzie's 2-minute moves, make sure you get it, because she is really amazing woman, not just a rider, but genuine, authentic and incredible. And when you meet women that truly lift you up, and Lizzie does to everyone she meets, then you've absolutely hit the jackpot. So find your tribe and we'll see you soon.
Thank you so much, Elka. Thank you. What a woman. See you guys.